Hello, hello, Josie here. You ready for the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, and are you sure? Okay, here we go. I was thinking about sex. 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 A lot of people that love and enjoy sex. They get pleasure, they get satisfaction, some even get joy from having sex. And also, people can get ego, an ego boost from having sex. Believing and thinking that they have something that is so good, so awesome that all the girls, all the guys just love their sex because they give it so good, right? You can really boost, especially a man, but also females, women. You can boost their ego when you have sex with them because, in a way, you're validating them. You're validating their existence. You're validating their presence. You're saying that it's okay for them to receive pleasure and or derive pleasure off of using your body, and or vice versa, them using your body to get off and experience that joy, that pleasure, that oh so good feeling that they get while they're in the act of having sex. But then you also have the climax, the orgasm, you know? But what usually happens after you have that orgasm? What usually happens? You start thinking about something else you need to take care of, or something else you need to do, or that feel good feeling is gone. Maybe there's a little bit of that still hanging around afterwards for a little while, but it's not generally the case. It's kind of like you had the fun, you got the pleasure, you climaxed, and then you move on to the next. You move on to the next. But the question that some of y'all need to ask is, what happens if I have sex with the wrong person? What happens if I engage in sexual contact, sexual pleasure with the wrong individual who, if you do give them pleasure, they might get a big ego and think that they can do better than you. But you are actually not desperate, but you saw someone in a period, in a state of they needed someone, they needed that to feel better, and you decided to give that to them. You decided to bless them with that. And they then turn around and get a big ego and think that they're hot shit, that you want them, especially if you have sex with them a few times or more than a few times. They may think that, oh, they can find other people that are better than you and better than the sex that you gave. But what if they can't? What if they can't? Wouldn't that really fuck someone's ego up? Would that not fuck someone's ego up? If the best sex that they ever had was with someone that actually did it as a way of blessing them because they could see that that person was basically crashing out because they were not being paid any attention to. Nobody found them interesting. Nobody found them attractive. And you basically did social work, in helping another person, and then that person shitted all over you and thinking that they could find better than you, and they go out there and they don't. They actually find worse. Listen, I'm only talking about this because I have experienced someone that had that attitude when it came to me. They treated me in that manner, and they basically tried to make me feel as if I was not good enough. They tried to make me feel like I was not good enough, like I was not attractive enough, like I didn't have what other women have. But they did not want and or could not handle me, nor could they handle and or achieve and or acquire someone like me, or even someone that they thought they wanted. The arrogance in individuals, the ego that some of these individuals have is really quite sad. It's sad. It is, in a lot of ways, it can crush a person's ego when they realize that they ain't got it like that. When they realize that they're not hot shit. When they realize that just like I found someone like them, I could find another person like them, but I can also find a better person than them. People have a good way of putting on a front, putting on a face, putting on a mask that makes them look like they're innocent, makes them look like they are a good person, and in reality they're not. They're not innocent, they're not a good person, they're not deserving or even worthy of anybody giving them any kind of sexual gratification. Those are the ones that should not even have any kind of sex with another person because they don't know how to appreciate it, let alone respect it and see the value, the worth that comes from having someone that is willing to do that, offer that. And that's really why, a lot of reason why God does not want you to have sex until you get married. That's why he does not want you to have kids until you get married. That's why he does not want you to engage in sexual promiscuity until you're married, until you're attached. Because when you're attached to another person in marriage, that basically says, you know your worth, you know your value, you know that whoever you allow to enter into you, or whoever you enter into, that you see their worth, you see their value, and you saw it so much that you decided to get married to them, to have a home, a family with them, and to basically take care of each other in that manner, in that way, to where you should not have to worry about any outside interference into your relationship. You should not have to worry about whether someone is going to be cheating on you with another individual sexually or even mentally. Sex is a wonderful thing. It can be, but it can also be a dangerous activity with the wrong individual. And I'm talking about the extreme side of it. The one that enjoys your sex so much that They will hurt you or harm you in a way to where nobody else will be interested in you. And to where they want to be the only ones that have access to you, no matter how much damage it does to your life, to your future. These people that have these egos, that are that arrogant, are individuals that you should not attach yourself to. Period. You should not attach yourself to these people because they're not deserving, they're not worthy of anything that you have. They're not worthy of it. They're not deserving of it. Far from it, actually. Far, far from it. And what's going to end up happening to these people? These people are going to end up not having anybody, anyone, interested in them in any way, shape, or form because of how they have disrespected, degraded, devalued not just sex, but relationships, morals. They have really taken it too far and have gone to great extreme to be a toxicity in the lives of others that really have a good heart, really are intelligent, really have a good spirit. They have basically messed it up for themselves as well as for other individuals who, had they had the experience, would have done better and or had done right. And what do I mean by that? They're the ones that would have put a ring on it. They would have realized and seen the worth and the value in that person. Even if they had not gotten married before they had sex, they would have put a ring on it, just to put it bluntly. They would have had respect for that individual and seen how good that individual was, not just the sex, but that person actually giving that other individual a chance to even talk to them, to even have a conversation. This is so much more than just sex. So much more. So much more. I've heard of people that have met their partner or their girlfriend, their wife or their husband in the most interesting ways. And it started off with an attraction. It started off as an attraction. It started off as an attraction to another person because of the way they looked. But it usually lasted because they had a lot more in common. Much more than looks. Just want to share that. Gotta go. Bye.